Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Edie Gibson and I'm going to tell you guys about some mistakes to make after a breakup. So obviously when someone breaks up with you, you're usually caught off guard. So you might be going through a really bad time right now, and it's easy, even though some of these mistakes seem like they are obvious, when you're in a state where you feel like your world is just falling apart. These mistakes will get you, and they can be the difference between somebody coming back and somebody deciding that their decision was the right thing. So when somebody breaks up with you, the whole fault of that is on them. So while you may think that they feel fine about this, and they might at the time, if there was a mistake, it kind of sinks into their head later that it's going to be their fault. Because it's like when you're the person who's been broken up with, the fault of it is not placed upon you because it wasn't your decision. But for the person who broke up with you, a couple of days or weeks down the line, they are going to have this thought, did I make the right move? Because it was them who made the move. So actually you have a lot more power in this situation than you thought, because later down the line, they're going to have to think of this in their head, like, did I make the right move? Was this a mistake? And this usually starts happening when they miss you. So I hope that makes you feel a little bit better, because it does have to come up in their head later down the road. So there is a window for you to use that to your advantage, because during that window, that's going to be the best time for you to make a comeback. All right. But not if you do these mistakes. So the first mistake is desperation. And you might have already done this. They might have broken up with you. You might have been ugly crying. You might have been throwing things. Listen, I've been there. I've done that. So don't worry about it. Even if you were really, really desperate and pathetic and gross and snot was coming, you weren't you? I knew it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. The worst thing that you can do is continue that. People forget really easily. And I know you probably made a huge fool of yourself, but people forget really, really easily. And the best thing you can do is not continue it, so it gives them time to forget. Okay? Out of their mind. Don't call them. Don't text them. Don't beg for them to come back. Don't do it, because then they can't forget about how desperate you were before. Don't do it. It's not going to make it better. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not going to make it better. It's just going to take them longer to miss you because you're being desperate. And you're not gone. So don't do it. So do not contact them at all. Let them get in that window of time to miss you, to think, did I make the right decision? Because that window of time is going to come. It's different for everyone. So even if you feel like it's taking forever, some people it takes longer than others. So do not ruin your chances by being desperate. Got it? Okay, number 2, drinking. What are you doing? I know it seems like it's going to make you feel better. It's like when your friends are like, hey, we know you're going through a bad time, let's go out and party. One of the worst things you can do, because it's going to heighten your emotions. The reason people think it's a good idea is because they think it's going to heighten your happiness emotion. And that might be true when you're with them, but when you go home and you can't sleep, because alcohol does affect your sleep, it does make it harder to sleep, and it makes your sleep less restful. So when you go home, it's going to heighten your sadness. It's going to heighten your anxiety. It's going to heighten your depression over this. Your brain is already going through a chemical withdrawal from the person and the love that you were experiencing. You're already feeling really rejected. And although it might seem like a good idea at the time, the alcohol is just going to heighten those emotions, and the leftover chemicals that the alcohol leaves in your body can even affect you. Like, alcohol just doesn't go away just because you're not drunk anymore. Like, there's still pieces of it in you that affect your mood, and it's a depressant. Kind of like this helicopter going by. How you doing? Yeah, I'm poor, so the ghetto bird. So just don't do it. I mean, if you have one, that's one thing, but don't go out with your friends and go to a club and get drunk. Plus, when you go out to a club, you see like the worst version of everybody, and it's just going to make you think that there's nobody good out there when there are many good people out there. They're just not there. So don't go there. Don't depress yourself with that. It's not going to make things better. Take care of yourself. Eat better foods. Go on hikes. Do things that are going to bring you peace, because that's actually going to help you feel better, not going and seeing the worst kind of people and causing a chemical to make your feelings worse. Like, it's really one of the worst things you can do. Yeah. All right. And I love to drink, so whatever. Contacting them. Okay. Don't contact them. This goes along with the desperation thing. Don't contact them. And then this is another mistake, that this is probably the biggest one. When they do contact you, don't fall for the bait and switch contact. They're going to be uncertain of whether or not they want to come back. So they're going to throw something at you like, hey, just wanted to see if you're okay. Don't fall for this. This is them trying to get some reassurance. They don't care if you're okay. This is them trying to get some reassurance to see if you're going to text back, so that they can further not contact you. It seems like it's a good thing, but it's actually a trick. It is a good thing, but it's a trick. Don't fall for that. Do not talk to them until they say that they want to talk, because they're just going to throw out this little text, hey, wanted to check on you. And as soon as you reply to it, they're going to feel better because they're starting to miss you. So they're going to feel better. You're going to say something back, and then they're not going to say anything, and you're going to feel worse. Do you see how that works? It's not actually for you, it's for them. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Okay. Yeah, don't contact them unless they want to get back together. Don't be friends with them either. That's a sneaky trick too. Be like, oh, but I still want to be friends. And then they're going to text you. And what that really is, hey, I want this to be as easy as possible for me, so I can still text you and have the assurance that I could come back if I wanted and not actually have to be with you and go and fuck other people. That's what that is. Yeah, so don't do that. If you want to be friends with them someday, that's fine, but give it time. Don't be friends with them like the same month. Like, you need to have some space so you can detach from them if that's what they really want. But it's not. They're just trying to trick you into letting you still talk to them and them still have you around and still feel like they can have you. So they basically want to break up without having to have that window of time of missing you and thinking, is this the right opportunity? Does that make sense? I know it does. And then the biggest mistake that you can make, and this is the last one I'll do for this video, is to not focus on yourself and to use all of your energy to focus on this person. People can feel when your energy is placed somewhere else. It's the same way that, like, when a guy stops liking you, you all of a sudden like him. People can feel when your energy is being put into something else, and who better to put your energy in during this time when you're going through pain and hurting than yourself. Do not stay on the couch for long. I know that it's tempting. Don't stay on the couch for long. Don't stay in bed for long. The best thing you can do is get out and have fun in a healthy way. Working out, if you can, swimming, things that are fun. Go hot tubbing, or go to the movies, things like that, things you enjoy. To get some of that good feeling, that serotonin, those dopamines going, things that make you happy going. Because your body right now is being depleted of those things. You're going through withdrawals. So be kind to yourself. Do everything you can for your body to make it feel good. That's eating right. That's being healthy. That's practicing gratitude. Every day when I wake up, I drink water first, because it's really good to drink water on an empty stomach. And I list things that I'm grateful for. And I do yoga. And I pray, and I'm like, thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you for this. I mean, you don't have to pray to Jesus. You just have to be thankful. Pray to yourself. I don't care. but just pick out things that that you're grateful for. And you'll notice that gratitude building. And you'll notice your happiness building. Please take care of yourself during that time. It's the most important thing. It'll make everything a lot easier on you. I hope you follow these steps. Don't give up. Everything's going to be okay, and I promise you, you're going to be fine.